How's it going, everyone? Smiggles here. Today's discussion is simply what is the current state of a rally game? Um, it's a game that I know when I was younger, every time you turn around, there was a new game. And, you had Richard Burns rally, you had Colin McRae, you had Sega rally, you had everything and anything associated with rallying. And I suppose it was because it was a very popular motorsport. But now things have changed where it's either you've got one side or the other. It's very rare you find a happy medium now. Colin McRae used to be a happy medium where you could have things incredibly simulation, or you could have a very arcade. And obviously, Sega Rally was complete arcade madness, banging around the track. Do whatever you want. And you had things like Richard Burns Rally. I remember having that on the PC, and I could barely get past the training for it because you had to be so precise and perfect. And we're seeing a little bit of that now. The new Dirt Rally that's going to come out, and it's going to hit. Well, it's already out. It's out a good while on PC, but it's going to come out on consoles now. But I think that the people who make rally games are very afraid to. They're afraid to make a game that's going to be too arcadey, that's going to chase away any proper rally fans, and they're afraid to do simulation because it's not pick up and play, and it's not easy to access and get good at. They don't want something that you have to work at endlessly to get good at. But if you're a die-hard rally fan, that's what you're going to want. You're going to want a car that, if you're driving on gravel or if you're driving on mud, you want a car that handles exactly like it should. And like the WRC games here, they've officially licensed and everything, and all the proper cars and drivers and everything and stages are in them. But sometimes the cars feel a bit clunky, and they don't feel like a proper rally car. Like that excitement of going like nearly 100 mile an hour, an inch away from a tree or a rock or something like that on a mad stage, is kind of gone in these. And the damage in rally games has completely kind of gone. It's kind of almost gone the way of the way Formula One used to go. Like you'd smash head on into a barrier at 200 miles an hour, and your front wing would barely blow off. And it's the same in this. Like not this game in particular, but recent games, like you don't see good damage. Like some of the stages are very barren in certain ways, like where like even back, like I'm probably going to do a video on Colin McRae there, but the stages were much more full of environmental hazards and this, that and the other. And a rally game, they're kind of stuck in this weird medium. They want to keep the diehard fans, and they want to keep the arcade fans, but they can't do it because the diehard fans play it and they say, well, this doesn't feel like rallying at all. And then arcade fans don't like it because it's not fun, because they're playing a game that's based on everything official. Like Sega Rally was just random driving around in cool cars and drive fast and have fun. Spectators would jump out, take a picture and run back in and all this type of stuff. And then your simulation games, you couldn't fly around a corner at 100 mile an hour. It just wouldn't work. And with recent like Colin McRae games, they've disappeared so far away from rallying. They've lost the name, and I think that's why the Dirt Rally has popped back in, because Colin McRae itself, like the man made a franchise that he was very passionate about, obviously as being a rally driver, and he wanted it to be real to the fans as well, and make something that was legit for fans. And we see now that it doesn't really transfer across nowadays with the franchise, because you know, we had all these other things where it was just, oh, there's a drift championship, and there's this, that, and the other, and there's all these things you don't actually see in a rally stage, and it slowly disappeared and everything else. And it's very sad considering the man, you know, passed away, to see the franchise go like that. But I think now they're realising that, yeah, if we're gonna make a rally game, we make it rally. You know, it includes in the name of the game, like, you know, and you have to make it simulation almost, because it's not. It's not a game. It's not Need for Speed. You know, it needs to be very. It needs to be very simulation in a way, but the only way I suppose you can make it arcadey is the controls. So you make the car easy to control, but yet you still have all that fun of blitzing through an area. Like I'm driving this Citroen here through an area, but it doesn't feel like there's any danger to it. It doesn't feel like the car is actually moving. It doesn't, you know, everything feels clunky and big on the screen. And it's not saying like it's a bad game either. The game is good in ways if you're a rally fan, but it's not going to attract anyone new to the sport. You know, the motorsport. Like that's what you want to do. You want to use the game to build. You want to use the game for two things. You want to give it to the current fans to enjoy, and you want to increase, you know, the capacity of fans the sport already has. And it's not going to do that by continuously releasing games that don't pick a proper side. They try and pick a medium, and the medium doesn't work. So Sega Rally, like if you look back, Dreamcast or Sega's thing, well, it wasn't a Dreamcast and Saturn and everything else. So if you're going to pick that works. And if you're going to pick simulation, that also works, but not to the extreme in terms of fans and everything like that. Or not fans, sorry, casual gamers, if you want to say that. But you need to make a choice on either side. You need to make a really good arcade or really good simulation. And if you don't do that on either side, then there's no point in making a game, basically. And that's what it is. That's the current state, what I believe is the rally franchise of gaming. And I'm sure there's lots of other motorsports out there that are just the same, but you know, it's more than just making a quick dollar on a game and on a franchise and on a big sporting thing. You need to really think about the fans and then think about increasing, you know, the sport's popularity. And that's, you know, these people who make these games have a responsibility, and they should bloody well stick to it. But anyway, I've been Smiggles, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Give a like, dislike, comment, whatever you want. Give me a subscription if you liked it. And I'll catch you guys in another video. Good luck.